This is Lola Lee T. I make a lot of videos about 90 Day Fiance, so support me by purchasing a super thanks and also hit that like and subscribe button. Hey everyone, I wanted to do a recap on 90 Day Fiance Season 9, the tell-all. This will be part 1. So we find out that Thighs and Cara are pregnant. They are both 16 weeks pregnant and are due in November. And if you're a subscriber or follow me on Instagram, this should be no surprise to you. I told you guys about this months ago.
Thighs accidentally shows off her baby bump. She looks absolutely gorgeous. Baby bump. Did you notice the difference?
So congratulations to both of them. Let's talk about Kobe and Emily. They reveal that they had a baby girl. And again, if you've been following me on Instagram and Twitter, this is no surprise to you. Her name is Scarlett, and she is absolutely adorable. Kobe is working, and Emily is a stay-at-home mom. Kobe's job, well, I'm sure you guys are wondering what he does. He tests asphalts. And Emily has Kobe working lots of overtime. He's making that money. And Kobe claims that he tells Emily what she needs to know. We see Kobe showing his underwear. Emily has her face all over them because she's so jealous. And just in case you missed it, here are Emily and Kobe's wedding pictures. And honestly, I cannot believe that these two actually got married. I cannot believe they're still together. Emily has been so awful to Kobe, and yet he stayed with her, made another baby with her. What are your thoughts on Emily and Kobe? Let's talk about Jibri and Miona. Jibri was dressed extra, extra, extra. He was wearing this extra loud sparkle suit. He actually outdressed his wife, Miona. I cannot tell you what she was wearing. Compared to Jibri, her outfit was forgettable. He said that his family and friends are jealous of him and Miona's relationship, that when you shine, people want to dim your light. All that I could think about was, wow, absolutely delusional. Miona thinks that Jibri's mother is jealous of her. And imagine coming on national TV and disrespecting your mother-in-law like that. Shame on you, Miona. I really feel that not everything should be said on TV. I really think that some things should be discussed in private. Just my opinion, but I think Jibri thinks that everybody is a hater and that everybody's jealous of him, even his own mother. And Jibri fired back at Ari when she tried to give him some advice. He fired back saying that she was the most jealous person on the stage right now. And Jibri actually had a lot to say about Ari and Bini's relationship. He said he didn't think that Ari and Bini's relationship was going to work out because Ari was too jealous. He said they were fake. He thinks Ari is holding Bini back because Bini is a star and Ari is not a star. He was really, really mean to Ari. And I don't know, maybe Jibri has a little crush on Bini. I don't know. It seems like Jibri came on the show ready to fight. He came in defensive. He came in angry. He talked nonstop through the tell-all, jumping in on everybody's time when they were trying to discuss their own relationships, giving them unsolicited advice and his 2 cents. It actually really pissed me off that Bini sat there and let Jibri talk to his wife like that. I thought that was just so disgusting. And as far as Jibri's mom not coming to his wedding, why would she come to a second wedding when she already went to the first wedding? right? And that is just my assumption because we all know that Jibri and Miona were already married. And we all know that this wedding was just a music video. Miona looked gorgeous. And just in case you missed it, here are their wedding pictures. Check them out. So, what do you guys think of the way that Jibri behaved on the tell-all? And what do you think about Jibri and Miona in general? Let's talk about Ari and Bini. Not much to say here. They're doing good, they say, but they're still having some communication problems. Bini had some good news to share. He got his green card. Let's just say, but now he can work, but instead of finding a job, he's going to focus on his fighting. I can't remember what that's called. All I got to say in that situation is that someone's got to work, but if their parents are willing to continue to pay their rent and their expenses, then you know what? That's up to them. Just in case you missed it, here are Ari and Bini's wedding pictures. What are your thoughts on Ari and Bini? And what do you guys think about him never defending her? He sat there while his sisters threw wine in her face. And then when the sisters wanted to see her baby, he was actually trying to get the baby for them to see. I mean, like, I don't understand this guy. Why does he not defend her? That would really bother me. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about that. And what did you guys think about what they had to say on the tell-all? Let's talk about Eve and Mohammed. Eve said that Mohammed doesn't give her a hard time anymore about her clothes. I don't believe that for a second. She said that she puts on whatever she wants, but yet she's on the stage covered from head to toe and wearing that pink ugly dress. Mohammed claims that he never told Eve what she could and could not wear. I don't know about these two because didn't Mohammed tell Eve to put a coat over the dress when her thumb was showing? He says he now accepts her culture and her lifestyle. But in the next breath, Eve says that if she puts on a tank top to go to the grocery store, he'll ask her, "Are you going to put a sweater on over that tank top?" But there is definitely a double standard in their relationship because Mohammed can post pictures of himself half naked with no shirt on, but she cannot wear a bikini. Mohammed said Eve has anger issues, and Mohammed's ego hurts because she's supporting him. And Mohammed continues to threaten Eve by saying that he's going to go back to Egypt. I say, bye-bye. Go back if you choose to. Mohammed said the reason why he told Eve that he would find another sponsor was because she didn't have the taxes done and he wanted to apply for his green card so that he could work. So what was Eve expecting when she married an Egyptian Muslim man? Well, Eve said that she didn't think that she would have to change herself because Mohammed's family said that they didn't judge people. And all in all, they both said that the relationship is doing much better. And I gotta tell you guys, after the tell-all was taped, it was actually revealed that Mohammed had a secret girlfriend. Allegedly, I did post a video about this and I will put it in my description. But from Eve's Instagram, it seems that they worked things out. It seems that she has forgiven Mohammed. So I don't know. Hey everyone, Eve from 90 Day Fiance posted this message on her Instagram. So I'm just going to have you guys listen to it and then I'm going to come back with my commentary.
So it's my morning, my wedding. I totally had to run back to the house and get my mom's dress. I forgot it. So anyway, all I want to tell you is that, like, I know there's been some hardships because of how different Muhammad and I are, and we're from different worlds, but ultimately what it's about is love. And love can transcend anything. And as humans, that's literally what we have to remember. Like, we're all the same. Like, it doesn't matter what color you are, it doesn't matter what language you speak. Like, we're all human beings. So I hope that, like, that our love can just show everyone, no matter what the differences are, that if you truly have love, you can transcend anything, like all the hard things, whether you think they're a challenge or not. Like, try to just understand and be honor who each other is for their differences versus, like, basically hold it against them, like chastise them for that. Like, I would never do that to my son because he's different. So, like, seriously, why do we need things to separate us? Let's have a common goal to make our lives better for everyone. We all deserve that. That's like our divine right. And don't let things separate you politically, religion, nothing. Why? Remember, we're all human, all of us. So let's stick together. Love you. I got my borrowed piece. Muhammad doesn't even know. It says prayer beads. It's kind of like a rosary. But he has no idea. I needed something borrowed. So here it is. So I will show up at a wedding with this and he has no idea. Love you guys. Okay, I wish you all the happiness, success, prosperity, peace of mind, everything. Love you.
Okay, so you heard what she had to say in the video. So Eve also had this to say: myself and my fellow cast members have put their lives on hold to some capacity. This moment in time is where I was at the day of my wedding. These are some of my memories I had to not reveal in real time. The ultimate message is the following: is that we will continue to commit atrocities against one another if we continue to be inhumane to one another. That is the point of this. What happened to if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. I have said there is no comment for the time being. It will all, I think she wants to say, make more sense in time. As they say, patience is a virtue. If people had more understanding, kindness, and patience, maybe they wouldn't hurt other people. Can we leave the world a better place with our actions emotionally, physically, and psychologically? My primary focus every day is my son. I have less than 5 months to try to turn his condition around. My mother is currently ill and has a pre-existing condition, and I need to be on my toes for them. They are the two most important. So as I say, be kind. Life is hard enough. Okay, so that's what she had to say. I was expecting her to comment on the scandal involving her husband, but I guess that's not going to happen. And it is her right to not comment. If she doesn't want to, she does not have to. What are your thoughts about Muhammad and Eve? Let's talk about Patrick and Thais. They shared some big developments. They talked about her becoming pregnant. The pregnancy came as a shock to Patrick because he was told he had a 0 sperm count due to his steroid use. And apparently, Thais did 6 tests because she couldn't believe she was pregnant. But I guess she would be shocked considering that Patrick has a 0 sperm count. And she said she hid the test from Patrick until she was 100% sure. She actually lied to Patrick and made him make her a doctor's appointment for something else, when in fact she was seeing the doctor for her suspected pregnancy. But I'm not really surprised because these two are super secretive. Remember that she lied to her daddy and told him that she was coming to America, but she didn't tell him that she was going to be getting married to Patrick. Also, Patrick is a cheater. We know that when it comes to his steroid use, and he cheated on her one time that we know of. So I'm not really surprised at what I'm hearing at this tell all. Instead of being honest with Patrick, Thies went to the doctor with her friend. So her friend knew she was pregnant before her own husband did. There are tons of double standards in this relationship. Like Patrick was saying, she can look at her DMs on her phone, but he can't look at his DMs on his phone without her present. Thies says that she doesn't trust Patrick because he cheated on her in the past. He said he was actually training a girl, but in fact, he was actually having an intimate relationship with her. He said he never had sex with her only because he was drunk. Thies found out on the day that she got engaged about the other woman. And Patrick doesn't think that secretly dating two women at the same time is wrong. He really doesn't think he did anything wrong. And he justified everything that he did. He thinks that because he didn't have sex with a woman, he didn't do anything wrong. But hey, he did all that, and Thies got pregnant by him, married him, knowing exactly who Patrick was. Patrick revealed that all of the American women on the stage were controlling, and maybe that's why he likes Brazilian women. John joins the tell-all. I really like John, and John is really excited about being an uncle. He got drunk and told a friend, and that friend commented on Thies' Instagram about the baby news. So Jibri asked John if he was drunk, and then the two of them went back and forth, insulting each other. I mean, like, Jibri was just like getting into everyone's business. John did say that he thinks his brother is whipped. And just in case you missed it, here are Thies and Patrick's wedding pictures. What are your thoughts on Thies, Patrick, and John? Let's talk about Cara and Guillermo. Cara is pregnant with her first baby. She is 16 weeks pregnant. Her baby is due in November. Cara thinks Guillermo is naive and she has to treat him like a child. Cara explains why she told Guillermo he couldn't get a laptop, but he could get a toothbrush instead. She said that because the toothbrush was more affordable. Cara said that she thoroughly explained on an episode why they didn't need a laptop. But I'm a little confused because one of my followers brought up this issue on my Instagram page, and Cara said that Guillermo didn't even want a laptop. That was an argument that the network wanted. So which is it? What's going on? And I actually believe what she said in this comment section here. I think it was completely scripted. In any event, Guillermo got his laptop and he has used it a couple of times. Cara's ex-boyfriend Chris joins the tell-all. He shares that he dated Cara for over 2 years. They were really serious. They had a wild relationship. Cara said they were a horny couple. Chris said Cara cheated on him, and Cara feels that in her mind they were not together as boyfriend and girlfriend, so she didn't really feel that she cheated on him. But in my opinion, if you haven't communicated to the other person that you're not together, then it is still cheating. And Chris felt that what Cara was saying was complete BS. Chris didn't think that Guillermo was man enough for Cara, pretty much because Cara walks all over him. What is shocking to me is that after all these years, Cara didn't apologize to Chris, and the poor guy never trusted a woman again after what Cara did to him. And Guillermo had to tell Cara to apologize to Chris. What are your thoughts on Cara, Guillermo, and Chris? Let's talk about Bilal and Shaeeda. Bilal explains why he has to treat Shaeeda like a child. Apparently, she hasn't lived a typical life that an American 37-year-old would have lived. She hasn't even paid her own bills or doesn't know how. So if Shaeeda has owned her own business, her own yoga studio in Trinidad, who is taking care of all of that paperwork? And hearing all of that is actually pretty shocking. Bilal is still a control freak, a neat freak. He tells Shaeeda that she is super messy when she eats. Shaeeda talks about dealing with the shock of coming to America. She still hasn't gotten over Bilal's pranks. And in my opinion, the house prank was the worst prank ever, because Bilal really set Shaeeda up to look like a gold digger. And I really hate that he keeps testing her. Even during this tell-all, he wouldn't even let her talk. He kept interrupting her, telling her what she meant to say. And during this tell-all, they talked about when Bilal threatened to put her out on the side of the road. It was very obvious that Bilal can dish out the pranks, but he can't take it. And Bilal did say that he was never going to put her on the side of the road. He just wanted her to stop hitting him. But again, that's what parents do with their children. They threaten to stop the car and put them out the car, but they never really do. So I just really think that he needs to stop talking to her like that and treating her like that. She's not his child. She's his wife. What was interesting was that Guillermo says that he wants to be like Bilal when he grows up because Bilal is always sorry. And Patrick seems to think that he has figured Bilal out. Patrick says that Bilal is a great salesman. I mean, he does sell houses, right? Patrick, being a salesman himself, is watching Bilal in awe. And I think I agree with Patrick. I think that Bilal is a fantastic salesman. As for the prenup, Shaeeda has a clause where she wants to have a baby by the time she's 40. The other clause is that Bilal will set up a business for her in Kansas City, and apparently Bilal is responsible for that. As for the clause of having a baby by the age of 40, she didn't put anything in there stating what would happen if she doesn't have a baby by the age of 40. Bilal's ex-wife, Shaeeda, joins the tell-all, and she's there to state her piece. There was a breakdown in communication with Shaeeda, which has now caused a breakdown in communication with Bilal. And she is there to reveal some truth. So with Bilal's ex-wife, Bilal says that after 10 years of marriage, one of them fell out of love. His ex-wife said that she was very unhappy in the marriage. She said she was getting from Bilal a father figure rather than a husband. She said he did a lot of lecturing. Apparently, Bilal's ex-wife asked for the divorce. He was a neat freak and wanted things a particular way in the house. And with 2 children, she found that very difficult to deal with. And all I'm thinking about when I'm hearing all of this is red flags. Shaeeda, Bilal is controlling. He's a neat freak, loves to lecture, treats you like a child. We hear this from his ex-wife's mouth. I mean, to me, this sounds like a pattern. I wonder what his very first ex-wife has to say, because this wife, Shaeeda, is the second wife. So Shaeeda does see the similarities and she sees the patterns, but she still married him. I really think that she hopes that he's going to change. Sean did point out that the whole time that Bilal's ex-wife was on the stage, Shaeeda would not even look at her. Shaeeda didn't like how Bilal's ex-wife came to her in the house and her kitchen. This was regarding the prenup. Shaeeda says it still hurts. When she came to America, she was hoping that they would have a good relationship. Shaeeda felt disrespected by Bilal's ex-wife. Oh my God, these two names are so similar to say. I hope I'm not messing them up. Shaeeda said Shaeeda had no assets, meaning no car in America, no home in Trinidad. She lived with her parents. But here's my question. How does Bilal's ex-wife know all of this? And that's the problem. Bilal should not be discussing Shaeeda to his ex-wife. I think that's a form of disrespect. And that's why his ex-wife came in so hot. And I'm wondering if he is discussing his problems with his ex-wife. Bilal was quiet the entire time that these two women were talking. But when he did talk, he said that hearing all of that didn't make him feel good. He said he's got to go into the tool shed and get to work. This man is certainly a wordsmith, and he always knows what to say. Shaeeda reacted to how Shaeeda reacted to the house prank. She was saddened for Bilal because of the way Shaeeda acted, because Bilal told her, this girl loves me for me, she will live in a tent for me, she will live in a tent with me, and she couldn't even stay one day in the house. She said she was hurt for Bilal, and apparently Shaeeda lived in that old family home for 2 years with Bilal. So to me, it just seems like the ex-wife is judging the present wife. But I mean, I'm sure we're all thinking it. Bilal has a type, and I'm not really impressed with Bilal at all. Okay, this relationship between Shaeeda and Shaeeda really needs to be fixed because there are kids involved, but thank goodness they're not little kids. I really feel that with the prank, Shaeeda felt fooled by Bilal, even catfished, because he was presenting himself in one way, and then when she came to see where he lived, it was completely different. He did set her up to look entitled and to look like a gold digger. And actually, my first home looked similar to Bilal's family home. And all it really needed was a little TLC. So just in case you missed it, here are Shaeeda and Bilal's wedding photos. What are your thoughts on Bilal and Shaeeda at the tell-all? So that's it, guys. That's my recap. Thank you so very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. And if you have any hot tea for me, please message me on Instagram. I love you guys. Bye.